Hey you guys, welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday. It's going to be meatloaf night, so I got all my ingredients ready. So when it comes to meatloaf, it's like a lot of the things I do, it's according to taste, it's according to mood, adjust accordingly. Tonight I'm going to do my meatloaf with a little Italian seasoning, just because that's what I'm in the mood for. I used to have so much fun making meatloaf for the kids when they were little. I even did a cheeseburger meatloaf. I just had the meat, I used to use cracker crumbs. I used to get a package of saltines and put a towel over it, smash it up with a meat pounder, whatever you call those meat pounder thingies. Anyway, meat tenderizer, you know, the big metal ones, or sometimes you have a big wooden one. And let me see, hamburger, crackers, eggs. And then back in the day when I was raising the kids, I will admit it, I was not rolling in the dough. So we had government cheese, but that was the best damn cheese I've ever had in my life. It made great meatloaf, a cheeseburger meatloaf. It made great cheese sauce. Good stuff. And sometimes, you know, a little onion, a little pepper, you know, green pepper, and or what we're going to use tonight, red bell pepper, yellow onion. Anyway, I'm doing an Italian flavored meatloaf, and I am doing a side of sweet potato fries and a green salad. So here we go. I just got to jump in here real quick and say I'm going to start with 2 pounds of the best hamburger in the world. Just saying. Riverbend Ranch Black Label is the best. I used it when I made those stuffed peppers a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to use it now for this meatloaf. But I'm starting with 2 pounds. Okay, I got it in the pan. I usually leave a little bit of room around the edge just for, you know, whatever fat might accumulate so you can take it off. And yes, I was wearing gloves because I absolutely hate touching meat. I've always had that weird little quirk about me, but thank goodness for gloves so I don't have to touch the meat with my bare hands. But here we are. And I used this to shape it in the pan, so I still didn't have to touch it, but just some regular tomato paste going to go on top. I don't do the ketchup thing. Ketchup grosses me out. It's got way too much sugar and who knows what in it. I don't even know if it has tomatoes in it, but tomato paste is definitely tomatoes, and that's what we want. All right, going in the oven. And I always use one of these, just for protection, just in case. I've got it at 375, and I will check it in an hour. Hey you guys, so I chopped up those sweet potatoes. What I do is I put them in a bag with a little, sorry about that, olive oil. I just drizzle a little olive oil, and I like to season them differently every time. My daughter had this in the cupboard. It's garlic and rosemary sea salt, and it's got the grinder top, so you grind it in there, and that's what I did. So they're kind of marinating. I already have one potato in the air fryer, and here's the second potato I'm going to cook. And then over here, I'm putting together a green salad. So anyway, let me go ahead and dump that in. So I just got some spring greens here, and I got onion, orange bell pepper, and tomato. So that's going to be our green salad with our dinner. And this final touch, I've used it on salads before. It's got rosemary and garlic in it. And I'm going to sprinkle some of this on top before I toss it. Just a little bit. And then I will put some oil and vinegar on top. This is just some red wine vinegar and olive oil. And that is going to be a perfect salad. So look at that. That's going to be nice. Just give it a little toss. And we've got the meatloaf over there cooling off. It is so good. It turned out perfect. Better than I thought. But that's meatloaf. So I've always had, like I said, so much fun making meatloaf. This is your traditional American version, I guess, with all the normal things. You can go sweet and sour and make a sweet and sour sauce, pour over the top. Use peppers and onions just like you normally would. Find some kind of your favorite Asian seasoning so you can have great sweet and sour meatloaf. Italian, you could just go all in. I was even thinking of pouring tomatoes over the top instead of the tomato paste, but you know, this is what I ended up with. And like I told you before, I've done cheeseburger meatloaf for my kids when they were little. It was fun. Things that you could switch up. Both of my kids are great cooks, by the way, because of always being brave enough to play with food and teaching them how to cook as well, because, you know, make them be independent. This salad, the meatloaf, it's just, oh my God. Yep. Perfect as usual. And then these sweet potato fries. I always try to do a healthy version. All the seasonings I use, I try to find the healthiest out there. I get them through the wellness store. I get them through my friend who does Epicure. So I buy stuff from her too because I know her seasonings are good without a lot of salt. Anyway, all of this is great. Until next time, thanks for joining me.